These are Samsung's brand new flagship earbuds, the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. Right now, we're going to learn everything we need to about the experience of using them. I'm talking everything from transparency to noise canceling to the new extra features to battery life to comfort, fit, and just seamlessness in general. And so just everything and anything that's important when it comes to actually using the Galaxy Buds Pro. Okay, you ready? Well, let's start with sound quality. When it comes to sound quality, well, Samsung says that putting the Galaxy Buds in is like putting a sound studio in your ear. And I don't know about all that, but they sound very, very good. The highs, the mids, and especially the bass. Like everything sounds very good for earbuds. They're definitely one of the better sounding earbuds I've tested. I'll say they sound just like the AirPod Pros, which sound pretty good by themselves, by the way. But with the Galaxy Pro Buds, there's a bit more bass. Actually, a noticeable amount more bass. So you can really feel your music more with them. It's pretty nice. If you don't like bass so much though, you can always go into the Galaxy Wearable app and mess with the EQ settings yourself. Actually, I should say to pick an EQ preset, because that's all you can do. You can't really make precise and exact changes with these settings they give you, but you can customize the sound more to your liking by picking a preset. But yeah, basically, all things considered, the Galaxy Buds do very well in the sound quality department. Playing music or listening to whatever with them is a great experience. They're definitely one of the better sounding earbuds out there. But see, that's when it's playing music or some audio though, right? What about when the music is paused and no audio is coming out at all? What about noise canceling? How did the Galaxy Buds do there? Well, they do very, very well here as well. The Galaxy Buds Pro is very, very good when it comes to noise canceling. One of the best earbuds I've tried when it comes to noise canceling, actually. The noise canceling here isn't like the noise canceling on some other Samsung earbuds, like the Galaxy Buds Live, for example, because those are very, very bad when it comes to noise canceling. Like they don't cancel any noise at all. With the Galaxy Buds Pro, things are much better now. They're finally at the level of other flagship noise canceling earbuds. Same thing goes for the opposite area as well. When you switch to the transparency mode or ambient mode of the Galaxy Pro Buds, then you see they're also among the best of the best earbuds when it comes to transparency. They sound almost perfect, like almost like your ears would sound when they're on the medium setting. And when you take them higher than that, it'll use the microphones and really boost your surroundings, so it'll sound even louder than things would sound when you're just using your ears. It's actually too much at that point, I won't even lie. It's like super hearing, but like not in a good way, you know? It's actually too strong. But you never have to make it that strong though. You can always have it on medium. And also, I think it's pretty cool to even have that option. I don't really see that on a lot of earbuds. So yeah, basically when it comes to transparency, the Galaxy Bud Pros do a pretty good job. And even on top of that, they also use the microphones to like boost the audio if you really want to take the ambient sound to the next level. It's not so fun to listen to, but it is kind of cool. Now, as far as those microphones though, we know how they sound for the ambient sound and everything, but how would they sound when you actually use them?
Well, you can just hear it for yourself. I'm talking to you through the microphones of the Galaxy Bud Pros right now, and this is how they sound. We're using them for phone calls, voice recordings, basically whatever. This is a voice recording you're listening to right now from the microphones and the earbuds. Now, how do they sound to you? Do they sound good? Do they sound bad? Do they sound just average? You know, I really wouldn't stress about microphones and earbuds too much. But let me know in the comment section below what you think, okay? Now, what I would stress about though, what is pretty important, I think, is design.
After messing with a bunch of earbuds, I found that design can really make or break the experience of using them. You know, bulky earbuds just aren't nice. You don't have to worry about this with the Galaxy Bud Pros though, because they're pretty small and compact. As you can see, they have a simple circular looking design, nothing too different from earbuds we're used to seeing. Now I have the black version, which is my preferred choice, but you can have another color as well, if that's what you want. You have a couple of options to choose from, both with the earbuds and the cases as well. Now the earbuds are made of plastic, just like basically all other earbuds out there. They have a matte finish in certain areas, and then a glossy and a kind of slippery feeling in some other areas, like basically the whole touchpad area. And yes, that's right, they use a touchpad implementation for all your music and your earbud controls. So you can tap it once to play or pause your music, or you can tap it twice to skip to the next song. You know, just a regular tap. The buds are pretty responsive. Not so consistent though, because sometimes I've had some issues with the double and triple taps, especially the triple taps. To go back to the previous song, I found that one you really need to like tap it slow and in a certain way. It's not as natural as the other ones. But you can mess with the way it works though if you go into the Samsung Wearable app. Right now, you can't change what the taps do, but you can change what happens when you tap and hold. There are a couple things you can choose from here, but you can only have one option here. So you can't have like volume controls as well as the ability to change from ambient mode to noise canceling, whatever. You can only pick one. But then again, you can pick one for each earbud, so I guess it's not all bad, but who's gonna really do that? That's just weird. Now, another thing that's not so good with the all touchpad design, well, something that's not so good about all touchpad designs actually, is that sometimes they can be rendered impractical and basically unusable sometimes. Like if you have clothing in the way, like a hoodie or something, you just won't be able to register a tap. And this can apply to some other things as well, like hair if it's long and thick, or just some other stuff, you know? It's not that big a deal though, I just thought you should know. Anyways, now let's talk about where the earbuds go into. I'm talking the case. Now, to be honest, there really isn't much to talk about. And that's not a bad thing though. The thing is, the case is just a simple, compact case. It has a matte design, and it's just like the Galaxy Lives case, except that that case is glossy, and this one is the matte design, like I said. And it's pretty small and portable. It's not the smallest out there, but they're not like one of those bulky earbud cases out there. Like it won't poke out your pocket too much, like if your pockets are like mine, right? Basically, at least for the design section, the case just does what a good earbud case should do. It's simple, portable, and compact. Okay, so that's that with the case, all right? Now back to what's most important. The Galaxy Buds themselves. Just how well do they just work when you use them? I'm talking how they do with fit, comfort, and just seamlessness in general. Well, when it comes to how they fit and feel in the ear, they feel pretty comfortable, pretty minimal, and sometimes you can almost forget that you even have them on. I've had no problems with discomfort while doing basically anything with the Bud Pros. Like even when you're laying down on the bed, like on the side of your head, they'll still feel pretty comfortable. I found if you try to sleep with them though, like most earbuds, you're gonna wake up without them on your ears. They're gonna be somewhere on your bed, or maybe on the ground, or somewhere else, like who knows. Basically, just like with most earbuds, unless you barely move at all when you sleep, you're not gonna be able to listen to music or whatever all through the night, like from when you sleep to when you wake up.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna come out your ears. At least that's how it is for me. It's really not a big deal though, you know, like this happens with just about all the other earbuds I've tested, like ever, you know. It's really not a big deal. And besides, even if they did stay in your ears all night, it doesn't mean they would last all night, you know. The battery can only last so long. But we'll talk about battery life later, okay? Right now, let's get into how well they actually fit.
As far as fit goes, it's good enough. You won't have much of any problems when you're just chilling and not doing too much, but they'll get looser and looser and just won't stay in your ears when you start making intense movements. This means they're not the best earbuds for working out. They're fine for like lifting weights and stuff, but you're not gonna wanna use them for stuff like cardio. I mean, they're not too bad, and I can do cardio stuff with them, but I'll inevitably end up having to adjust them a bunch of times just so they don't fall out. Don't get me wrong though, the fit isn't bad at all. It's pretty good actually, you know, when you're not out doing cardio. And also when you have the right size tips or buds. Samsung gives you 3 different sizes to choose from small to medium to large. And trust me, it's very important that you try them out and use the right ones for you. Fit is very important, and it can literally make or break your entire experience with the Galaxy Bud Pros. Actually, with all earbuds for that matter. Now, one more thing you should know about fit with the Bud Pros is that you might find it a little tricky to put it in your ears properly at first. See, when they fit properly, the bud, or like the tip, you know, the part that goes inside your ear, it'll go in there and it will be in deep to a certain point, and then the body of the earbuds, like the touchpad area, will be tucked in behind your ears slightly, like on the inside, just a little bit. Kind of like it's using your ears to help it stay pushed in more and fit better. Trust me, you can really feel when you put it in right. The thing is, at first, if you're just gonna be putting them on like the normal quick earbud way, then there's a good chance you're gonna have them in like this. They'll be sticking out a bit. I don't know if it's showing very well on camera. Let me know in the comment section below if you can see the difference. And yeah, sure, the buds or the tip part will be in your ear, but it won't be tucked in behind your ear as well. And basically, when it's in your ear like this, I'll say the fit is like 15% worse, maybe 20%, maybe more even. Like it's not gonna be so bad, but I bet you probably need to be adjusting it every now and then. When you have it in properly though, like deeper and tucked behind your ear slightly, you barely ever feel the need to adjust them, you know, as long as you're not working out or doing crazy movements.
Basically, if you want the best fit, you're gonna need to get used to putting them in a certain way that's a little different to some other earbuds, just a little bit. It's just a little bit unique, you know. It's not that hard, and it's just a little bit tricky at first, at least it was for me, but it's really not that hard and you will get used to it. It's really not a big deal.
I'd also say they work pretty seamlessly in general. Again, they're not the best out there when it comes to seamlessness because they still do some annoying things with the touchpad, like triple tapping to go to the previous song is just inconsistent and it'll just register like a double tap most of the time, unless you do it in a certain slower way. And also, the touchpad design itself just brings some inconveniences, like clothing getting in the way or just accidental touches messing with your music or whatever. Actually, if you notice, I didn't really bring this up, not like how I did with the Galaxy Buds Live, because with those, you're definitely gonna get accidental touches for sure. There's just nothing you can do. With the Galaxy Bud Pros though, I find I can actually take it off and on and make adjustments by making contact with the outer edge of the earbuds, and I rarely ever get any accidental tapping. So yeah, like I said, the experience of using the Galaxy Bud Pros is pretty seamless. I have some complaints, but they're definitely not enough to ruin the experience of actually using them. I'll give them like a B, or maybe a B- when it comes to seamlessness. They're pretty good overall. Okay, so that's it for seamlessness. Now, let's talk about all the extra features the Bud Pros have. Okay, first, they're water resistant, with a rating of IPX7. That's the same as other high-end flagship earbuds out there, and I've tested it and it works like it should. I think this is a feature basically all earbuds should come with at this point, and the Galaxy Bud Pros do, so that's good. Now another feature I think would be great if it came with all earbuds is the ability to locate your earbuds when they're lost or just in some weird place you must have kept or dropped them. Basically, I'm talking about a solution to the losing your tiny expensive earbuds problem. Now, if you go into the Galaxy Wearable app, you see Samsung's take on a solution to that problem. It's just called Find My Earbuds, and when you click on it and you start the process, you see that what it does is make the earbuds start making this bird tweeting type sound, so you can follow the sound all the way to the earbuds. I found it's not so loud though. I mean, what do you expect from earbuds, right? They're not speakers. But if the place you're in is real quiet and you're lucky enough for your Bluetooth to still be connected to the earbuds at a time, then it can be really helpful and it's definitely better than nothing, right? Now another extra feature they have is the new voice detect feature. Now we've seen this feature before from some flagship over-ear headphones like the Sony XM4s, and basically when you have the feature on,
As soon as you start talking, the buds will just reduce the volume to a very low amount and then put you in transparency mode, so you're able to just have a conversation like seamlessly. You don't have to do it all manually. And yes, it does work. Now, when you're done talking
and the buds don't detect any more voices, it's gonna wait about 10 seconds and then continue playing your music again. And it'll put it into noise canceling mode as well, if that's the mode you had on before. You know, it works pretty well. The problem with it though is that it works too well. As you listen to your music, you could just start singing along softly, and then your music would just lose all the volume and you put in transparency mode. Okay, you know, that makes sense. It's understandable, right? Technically, it did detect your voice, right?
I mean, I wasn't being loud at all, but okay, whatever.
You're not gonna wanna wait the 10 seconds for the music to play again, so you just tap an earbud to get right back to it and skip the wait time. And as you're listening to the music, you can just start humming in a very low tone, like under your breath. I'm talking barely audible at all, and your music will lose all volume again, and you'll be in transparency mode. Yeah, the voice detection is way too aggressive. You're definitely gonna trigger it when you don't want to. Maybe they could fix this in the software update and tone it down a bit, but right now, I'll say the voice detect feature isn't so good in the real world. That's why I always have it turned off personally. Now, there are also some extra features the Galaxy Bud Pros have that I just haven't been able to test so far. The main interesting one is 360 audio. Now, I've seen a variation of this on some other headphones and earbuds prior to this, but like I said, I haven't been able to test it on the Galaxy Bud Pros, and that's because its 360 audio only works with Samsung devices with One UI 3.1 or higher, and I don't have any Samsung device with me at the moment. If you're curious though, this is how Samsung advertises the feature.
Introducing 360 audio with Dolby head tracking. Just pair with Galaxy S21 and be immersed in the action, no matter which way you go or turn.
So yeah, by the looks of it, it should work just like Apple Spatial Audio does, but we'll have to test it to see just how well it works on the Galaxy Bud Pros. Now there's some other features as well, like automatically switching between devices depending on which one you're using, which is almost like connecting to multiple devices at once. But again, this only works with Samsung devices with One UI 3.1 and higher. So if you're like me and you don't have Samsung devices for this to work with, then you're stuck with a normal one Bluetooth device at a time. It's really not that bad though, because as long as you've paired with the device before, you can always force reconnect to it and to kick off the other device connected. You know, it's not as good as multiple devices at once, but it's pretty good in the real world and it works pretty well. But see, for all these features to work though, the Bud Pros need to be alive. They need to have some juice, some battery. So how is battery life for the Galaxy Bud Pros? Well, when listening to them non-stop over time from 100% battery and switching between noise cancelling and transparency modes, it'll take them about 4.5 hours to die. That's not the best, to be honest, and this isn't even with features like voice detect on. So yeah, they're definitely on the lower side of earbud battery life rankings, around the level of the AirPod Pros, but the battery life is good enough when using it in the real world. It charges back decently fast too. You put them in the case at 1% battery, and 19 minutes later, they'll be at around 53%. That's pretty quick. The case will drop about 19% though, and they'll go from around 58% to 39%. When the earbuds get to 100%, the case would have gone from 58% initially to 22%. That means it takes about 36% of the battery from the case to charge the Bud Pros from empty to full. That's also not so great, because it means you can't actually charge the buds from empty to full up to 3 full times. That means you're going to have to be charging the case a lot. That's not great. On a positive note though, the case does support wireless charging, and that's pretty cool I guess. It charges much faster when you plug it in with a wire though, and it uses USB-C as well, which is also good. All in all, battery life isn't the strongest part of the experience with the Bud Pros, especially when it comes to the case. It's not much of a problem in the real world though, but you're gonna have to come to terms with charging them more frequently than with other earbuds.
Okay, now let's talk about the not so good parts of the experience with the Bud Pros. I've already told you about the main things, like the fit could be better. They're not that bad, but it could be better. Same thing goes for the touchpad design. Actually, I think for earbuds, I'll probably prefer a non-touchpad design just because like every single earbud I've used with a touchpad design, I've had something at least slightly negative to say about it. But the Galaxy Bud Pros aren't too bad with the touchpad design. I just have some minor problems with them. The only other thing I guess isn't so good is actually a scenario that doesn't really happen so often. So now I've been showing you the Galaxy Wearable app throughout this video.
And all the things you can do with it, well, that only applies to you if you're an Android user. If you use an iPhone or an iPad or any iOS device, sure you can go to the App Store and you can download the Galaxy Wearable app, but the thing is, on iOS, the Galaxy Wearable app doesn't work with the Galaxy Buds Pro. It only works with certain Galaxy wearables, I guess. Don't be too sad though if you're an iOS user, because you actually won't be losing too much. You still get the standard things like the great sound quality, the very good noise canceling, etc., you know? But Android users will have access to more stuff though, you know, because of the app. Stuff like Find My Earbuds, etc. But the people that will get the absolute most from the Galaxy Bud Pros though are the Galaxy users. People with flagship Samsung devices that are running One UI 3.1 and higher. If you're one of those people, then you get an even better experience than even I have in my time using the earbuds.
All in all though, my experience with the Galaxy Bud Pros has been very, very good. Even though I do think some things could be better, and I did have some minor annoyances here and there, they're definitely one of the best earbuds I've tested. Top 3 for sure. Maybe even top 2. Maybe even... Nah, that's not for this video, okay? Let me know what you think about the Bud Pros in the comment section below. Let me know if you have any questions as well, or if I missed anything. Like the video if you liked it, and if you didn't like the video, like it anyways. Trust me, I'll know the difference, okay? Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss videos like these with the Bud Pros and a lot of other future tech, maybe even past tech, like who knows, you know? You don't know, you know? But you will though if you are subscribed, okay? Thank you for watching and see you soon. Okay. All right. Yes. I mean, I know. I know. But let me make sure. Let me just make sure. I don't want any problems. I just don't want problems.